Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick and this is the game War in the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my second match against KilRoy. This is now the match on the new version 27 map. And KilRoy have in this game the US-American working torpedoes at the start of the war already. Yeah. Let's see if KilRoy push more at the Marshall Islands. He had some activity there. First, here's a British, I think, submarine attacking one of my Japanese destroyers. Luckily miss. It's shallow water, still no hit. And enemy ships running on a mine. And my patrol boat getting intercepted by two American destroyers. Of course, there's an even kill. And the Dutch submarine at Surabaya base can avoid my detection or my sub-hunting. And Triton finds here a light cargo ship. Yeah. Okay. Can happen. My sub-attack of course failed because my submarines are very weak in this game. There was a big AO, but I cannot attack it. Also attack on this destroyer minesweepers failed. Luckily no hit on my side. So there's now also some bombardment. This is a pure bombardment, okay. No navy engagement, navy invasion. Here we are back at Ceylon and the British corvettes. Always powerful against submarines. 3 hits on my submarine. For sure I must return to base now. And next attack, this time can avoid to be damaged. And my heavy cruisers bombarding the British troops again. I can simply go back to Rangoon, rearm my ships and then bombard. So I choose to sweep Colombo because there are simply no ships nearby, and I maybe won't try to lower the cap presence here so that there is maybe a possibility to attack port of Colombo in the future. But first I won't go in with pure fighter sweeps. We will see how many of my damage zeros are not coming back. So now first standard bombardment in China. Some airstrikes are successful these days in creating destroyed units. Here in In Wushu is, I think maybe shortage of supplies. I'm not so sure why the Chinese are dying so easily. And also my attempt to finish this Space Force. Very hard to hit something in jungle. And this is the second part of my sweep. Somehow this was independently. Sweeps are often not working together, so yeah. But no British cap fighters left. What is a little strange, because now most of time your cap will intercept incoming airstrikes once or twice at least. I mean, not only once, more than 2 or 3 times. So this is a airstrike on my I don't know really what they're attacking, port. Yeah, it's old ports. So a port strike attack, but missing the target because there was, I think, also not more much left. I already called out everything what was important. Marshall Islands is always in range of carrier strike, so a little dangerous. And again, I cannot find, or my ships cannot find the submarine in the port. But a little payback. Here's, I think, a Canadian corvette getting hit. And this kind of ships, of course, cannot take any damage. So payback for the corvette attack near Colombo. And more invasions. So more American forces landing here at the Marshall Islands. I more or less gave up half of the islands already early on, and not even tried to defend them. I still see no high value in it. But my tanks taking a base on Java. Next attack on Aichang. But maybe a little unlucky. I have simply too high disabled units. I mean, disabled is not really so big issue in the long run, but and the defender is out of supplies. Still, it's cost me a lot of attack power. And this is a shock attack crossing the river. And all these Chinese forces are also low on supply, no morale, blah blah blah. So half 2 destroyed, 2 units fall back. And this is at north of Xi'an. The space forces are kicked out. They're still retreating, but there's nearly nothing more inside the street. And my tank's trying to clean up the road. Tactical victory, strategic situation is not changing, so the road is still blocked. And these American forces won't give up today, but maybe tomorrow. And here is the same. Fort is destroyed, but they still stick together. Nomaya is only bombardment. This I think will be now a stalemate. No one is strong enough to take it. And the shock attack on Hanoi. The Vietnamese forces are now very close to completely fall apart. And I think because they are static, they cannot retreat, I don't know. But you can see now, destroyed. Nearly nothing more disabled, because there is nothing more to disable. Minado lost the fort level, and high losses for the Dutch. Not destroyed, but disabled. So also a question of time. This is now the American forces taking here some base, but this is only a very small part. You can see 4 attack value, and here's also some small broken part of the 27th division. Same 3-4 attack value. So it's okay to take. I mean, these small pieces can of course take an undefended dot base or any kind of base if there's no AV left or no other unit, then it's enough already to take the base. Good. Air war. Lightly in favor for Japan. 6 Hurricanes are destroyed in Colombo. And somehow all of my zeros returning to the carrier. So no operational losses, no damage. So my zeros are really well trained and have high experience. Ship sunk. For me, this patrol boat, I also lost a small mini cargo ship. And the Canada sunk. So you can make a big story out of this. Ah no, this is only Canada class. I thought the ship was named Canada. No, it only belongs to Canada. This is clear. No change in China. I kick here some base forces. I still was not able to open the connection, but you can see there's more. There are now 3 units and there's 1 more coming to block this road. I also choose to send an additional division here to clean up, so I have a tank unit and a division to try to keep and maintain order in this area. Here I will maybe soon attack. Still some disruption in the fatigue. Aichang was still no victory. Maybe I must bombard more. Hanoi is end near. Or is disabled. Only some support is still normal working. No change in Burma. I don't have any forces really to push it too much, but there's also not a lot of allied forces. One of my submarine had here heavy damage. You can see here 3 hits, enough to create a lot of flotation damage, so better return to port. Java, well, my force is trying to push here. This is the main force and the tanks going north. So the eastern part of Java soon will fall. And my main army is also moving now to take the next mountain, the last mountains, and it's Batavia time. And some Dutch space forces are still on the map, but it's a question of days to finish this. And my submarines can still not connect and engage enemy carriers or anything else. But my new carriers, I think, are now... I have now 6 carriers here. Akagi arrived. And in 1 day I can finish the repair. Then I can create my new carrier task force, and then I must think if I go and help in Marshall Islands or if I send them to New Caledonia. It's always a big question. Where strike first? I can see here 1 or 2 carriers. And I see a lot of auxiliaries, so these are all PYDs or whatever. So KilRoy will maybe use this base because it's a good... This is normally the air base of Marshall Islands. But I don't want to use this base simply because there is no hard cover. These 4 bases, they have all hard navy guns to at least try to defend against invasion. So I only have troops on these 4 islands, and this is enough. And here is the same. Here's also a gun station. So I will now also try to build up this for a new backup line defense. anything else? I don't think so. No. The supply situation and all in Japan is now better. I unloaded my troops, so I have now back supplies in Japan, but it's barely the minimum. Normally 50,000 is the minimum, so Japan have nothing to give away. Still, I must feed the war in China non-stop. The supply situation is well. I have 1.6 million tons, so Japan have no problem with supply resources. I always ship non-stop resources from North China, from North China, from Japan or other locations. I think in Singapore the amount of supplies are building up. I 1.3 million tons in Singapore, and also here in Vietnam I have already over 400,000 tons of resources I must ship. And Manila is also normal. If you take your order of the bases and ship non-stop this resources to Manila, you can also start to build up here 100,000, 200,000 easily per month. Good. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.